this is a new era, bringing it all together, getting the right mind, we grind, we do it forever, that's the only mission. Elevated thinking, it's a vision. Yeah, I'ma keep moving if this don't hit. You can't stop me when I hop aboard the spaceship. Sit and watch as I make shit. I am not a human, I'm a living constellation. 3.4 GPA in high school, I fucking flew through it. But then when I got to college, I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's time too.
Not accountability anymore.
It depends on
that's exactly what it is. Dude.
And like I did okay my first semester. I did like a 2.4 GPA, but
same.
At the same
I think
time,
I did the same.
It was all stuff that I wasn't interested in.
Oh right, yeah. I mean, who's in? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I went for business, but it wasn't until like my second semester that I took a business class.
I feel that.
But I didn't even go to my classes. I didn't do my homework after that.
Dang.
I just, cut class, went, played basketball, played my men's league.
Right.
I'm like, what am I here for? And like, are we recording?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Good. Great. I was hoping so. But after that, I'm like, well, my overall goal was to like take a year off and then like go back in it. But then like music took over. I'm like, all right, this is where I'm supposed to be. This feels nice.
Yeah.
I feel that.
I started writing lyrics, started showing my people, my friends what I was doing.
Right.
Yeah, I was basically I was basically the same way. Like I went to college for like a little bit, and like it's funny how like in that same scenario, like you find yourself in like within the classes realizing what is more important, sometimes.
Right.
Like I was sitting in like a history class that I had to take, like just like the prerequisite ones.
Yeah.
And like I was sitting there and I genuinely enjoy history, but like I don't know if it was just like the teacher or like I was just like
yeah, you have to have a good teacher.
It feels like when you're doing the prerequisites, it just feels like you're in high school again. It's like I already fucking did this shit.
Yeah.
Like I failed math. What did I have? Calculus or pre-cal? Pre-cal my freshman year, I failed it. But I also sat in the back of the class on my laptop. What do I need a laptop for that?
Yeah.
Like we were still writing. We were still writing on paper. Like there was no reason for me to be on my laptop.
Was the calculator disabled?
I don't. Maybe.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, but there was no reason for me to be on my personal laptop.
I can't
sitting
get
in the
from
back.
literally point A to point Z without a calculator.
Exactly. Right?
Yeah. That's why I hear so many kids talking now about needing to learn the important things, like how to do your taxes, like life skills.
Right.
They don't teach any of that stuff, and the kids are like,
they used to teach all that shit, bro.
and then they get thrown into the real world, and it's like, oh crap, oh I got to do this now. I don't know how to do it.
Never taught this shit.
And then they're like, wait, I have to pay taxes? Like pay my taxes?
We don't know
Yeah, bro.
that shit.
They really don't.
Back in the day,
they
they had hunting classes. They had fucking like gardening classes that you had to take and shit
Yeah.
like that. You know?
Yeah.
Like
Woodshop.
that's all
Although
life
I
skills
love
you
woodshop,
need. Real
though.
life skills, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's up, school?
Like if they, from the start of high school, if they teach budgeting and all that shit, like we'd be 10 times.
So much better. You'd be set for life.
Yeah. I almost feel like it's almost like it's like almost like purposely not taught. I mean, from like a high, like I was just saying, like you just kind of had an episode about talking about certain people watching over you kind of thing.
Yeah.
It feels very like on purpose sometimes.
Yeah,
it's
like,
because like you see, like especially with like the poor kids and like the richer kids, it's like they're gonna be good, but like the poor kids, they're gonna leave here and then like they're either like, I mean, not to like stereotype anybody, but like maybe they'll just end up working at McDonald's because it's like you didn't give them the things you were supposed to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, we need reading, we need writing, we need some math, of course.
Yeah.
I would say like foreign language is pretty helpful too.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Yeah.
History.
Yeah, because these kids graduate school and they're like, I have no idea how to. Once I get this job, I have no idea how to manage my money, and I'm in debt.
Yeah.
For the most part,
Right.
Unless you get scholarships and stuff. But
yeah, because of college loans and stuff like that.
you're like,
Pay that back.
cool, I got my degree, but I don't really know how to get a job because I've never applied for a job because I never had to because maybe I wasn't working at the time and now I have to apply for a job. I don't know how to apply for a job. I don't know how to write a resume.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't know how to budget my money once I get that job. What is insurance? I don't know what that is.
When you, it's much harder.
Like, give me the basics.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's much harder when you go to school for something and there's not anything in the field. Like sometimes you can't find a job in your field.
Dude, that was the worst
Either that or
part.
It takes a long time.
It was like any job I applied for, it was you need 2 years of experience. I need a job to get the 2 years of experience.
Right.
Where would
Yeah.
you like me to find without getting a stupid entry level that you probably get paid $0 for?
Right.
And then you work for two. Like, I'm not gonna spend 4 years in college, spend thousands of dollars to then get a job and wait another 2 years before I can actually start
Yeah.
making money in a
And
career.
like, why you're saying that, you know, for this kind of job,
nuts.
you need this kind of degree that I have. So
It's like, shouldn't my college
I'm ready for the job
experience
right now.
be my experience?
Yeah,
You know?
that's the thing I think is unfortunate about like America in general. Like, I feel like there's certain things that are still like taught to be like competitive for no reason. You know what I mean? Like, or like there is a reason where it's like a lot of the time it's just because it's always that like survival of the fittest mindset.
Right.
You know?
unfortunately, competing with the wealthy.
Yeah, exactly.
It
Or
shouldn't be
like
that, but,
especially because they're in
it's wealthy
charge.
and the government,
Yeah, yeah.
how that's set up.
So it's hard to really see where like it just at the end of the day it always feels like they want like case in point, like almost like the homeless problem, like the you know, the unhoused, like it's like if they were taught those things at the beginning, maybe they would be able to like, you know, quote unquote, get off their ass and get a job. You know what I mean? Because like
Right.
because then now like, oh, all that stuff I learned from back in the day, they can be reapplied now. But there is no stuff from back. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing to work. There's no foundation. You know, like so it's like,
So
why would
now
you?
we're in a place where like somebody has to create it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's like whereas the people in charge should be the ones creating it. You know what I mean? Like it should at the end of the day it should be like, oh, like everyone helping each other out kind of thing. But which is obviously like, oh, like in a utopia you wish, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's like this. I feel like that's the like, even if it's not said out loud, like that's the American mindset, where it's like a lot of people you have to keep working and working and working until you die. You know, like, and it doesn't really matter if like the person next to you needs food. It's like, no, dude, just keep
in it for yourself.
work in that cubicle and like don't work with the blinders on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's why I said
We'll pay you, but we're gonna fuck you some other. So
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
We're gonna send you this huge ass
Seriously.
bill, like whatever.
Exactly.
that's why I said, like, if I ever, I mean, hopefully make it, you know what I mean, like music and stuff, and just success, not just music, obviously, because you can't just make it in music.
No, of course, yeah.
But like establish a place where like I build like multi-family homes or like small like condo type of things or whatever on like a plot of land, and just like for like a year, just like bring homeless people in or the unhoused,
Right.
if you will, like you said, help them get them back on their feet, teach them how to budget, teach them, you know, if they need any type of support, whether it's drugs, whether it's whatever, all the stereotypical things that you picture for that situation.
Right.
I would say like there needs to be like more culinary classes that
No,
Help them,
absolutely, yeah.
you know, build those life skills back up.
Yeah.
Help them, you know, and then, you know, get them a job where they can start saving. They don't have to worry about paying rent. They just build up their money, they build up their skills, and then like after a year, you're off.
Yeah.
And then what you do with it, that's on you. But at least, you know, we've kind of set you up, and then, you know, you bring in kind of the next group, and then let's cycle them through.
Right.
You know, but it's like we need things like that, not just, I mean, not a diss to like homeless shelters or anything like that, but like what are we doing to really get these people,
like out
and like thinking of just other people, you know, it's like, oh, there's like one homeless shelter per city. Like, you know how many homeless people there are now? Like, it's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's not enough. And they're short supplied. They're working on volunteers. You know, they're not working on a crazy budget. So it's like
Right.
they can only give so much. So like, how do you expect? And then people complain, oh, there's so many, you know, people walking around, homeless people. Like, but you're not doing anything about it.
Yeah, you're just walking by. You know what I mean? Like,
You're just complaining about the problem.
Yeah.
But like
some of those
nobody.
people were doing phenomenal, but like when the pandemic hit and then they lost their house. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's like so many
crazy
different
happening,
cases. Yeah, so many different scenarios.
and everything. That's why we should all appreciate like what we have,
Mm-hmm.
whether you know how much, how small, because it can all be gone. in
Literally.
seconds.
Literally. It's crazy, man. But that's kind of the society that we live in now, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
I know. And I wanted to bring this up earlier, and this is not to diss anybody that's like dropped out of school or whatever, but it was just because for like the happenstance of me talking about this with one of the kids. Just I think it was yesterday, because we were talking about like the dropout. We were talking about like, all right. I said, to me, it's crazy that we go to college, we spend thousands of dollars, and most people go to drink and party, and it's like, dude, you're wasting your money. So we were doing like crazy stupid math and whatever, and then we're like, all right, what's like the college dropout rate? And I was like, okay, cool. So it was like, I think it was like 20, I forget whatever year it was. It was like 40 million people dropped out
Per year.
What?
for
crazy.
like their first semester. Whatever year it was like 40 million people. So then I said, okay, let me go a little bit deeper. So I said, what is the average tuition for a year?
Yeah.
Multiplied that. It was like $520 billion. Theoretically, again, it could be many circumstances. Again, I'm not judging anybody that drops out. There's many circumstances. $520 billion
That's crazy.
of first semester money that didn't advance into a sophomore year.
Oh, that's crazy.
I was like, yo, can you, like, again, but I was just like, yo, that number blows my mind.
That's, yeah. And it kind of hurts.
A lot.
It does.
It hurts.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's like, oh. So many broken dreams.
Yeah, like, you never know. Like, and again, you know, it could have,
It
you
hurt
know,
from
there
day
could be
one.
many
Yeah.
life situations that happen
that is
that
crazy.
have, you know, caused people to have to drop out. Not just partying and stuff, but
No, yeah,
that's
of
what just,
course.
like, led us there and whatever.
Right,
And
yeah.
I was just like, but at the same time, I was like, yo, man, like, there are a lot of people that go just to drink and whatever, and they don't get their degree, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's party. It's like, dude, you can party at home and not spend $13,000 a year.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, just
Yeah.
putting it in that perspective. But I mean, that's neither here nor there. But
I mean, yeah. I mean, in that scenario, like, there's always like you can tell the people who are there for that, but their like whole like basis is just like, oh, like my parents obviously paid for this, like, but like they paid for it. Like you
Yeah.
can tell the way someone pays for something where it's like they did it, and it was just kind of like, oh yeah, of course you're gonna go to that school, blah blah. You're like, or you're here on school sports scholarship. You know what I mean? But you can tell the people who like are hardworking, who like, you know, their parents had to like scrap every ounce
Yeah.
of money that they had to pay that, even just the tuition, and then this person had to take super crazy loans. It's the one that's the one that's sitting in the dorm room. You know what I mean? That's just like, oh no, I'm good. I got a paper due tomorrow, whatever. And the other one's like, whatever. You know, they leave. But
yeah, I'll just worry about it later.
yeah, exactly.
I'll just pay out.
That's
I'll
okay.
just
My
pay.
parents are paying for
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's a dangerous way to think.
No, yeah.
That's a very.
Sometimes they end up homeless. You know what I mean? Like, you know.
But I'm no one to judge.
Yeah.
I drank at college, I partied in college.
No, yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I was definitely there. Yeah, I mean, it was fun at the moment, but you know what I mean. Whatever.
I just
I
went to house parties every weekend after my first year of college. That was my experience.
I was on the track team, so we had stuff every
No, that's
single
good.
week.
So I didn't go to college, but I definitely went to a lot of college parties. Yeah.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
So I was in the area.
Yeah, like, who's this guy? Hey, what's up? I'm just here.
Hey,
Yeah.
you go here. Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
You're st-
I do that. I have
What year
like
you in, junior?
campus police like uniform just in case
Hey,
someone starts some shit.
Right, just put,
I did that once with is it cool to say like movie names? Is that like
yeah, no,
oh,
you-
okay,
no,
okay.
we were
Yeah.
just kidding about the whole copyright
I just
thing.
didn't want to be
No,
like,
you're
oh,
good.
you know, this movie that hasn't come out yet.
All of a sudden, we're watching this back on
Yeah.
YouTube, and it's like,
yeah, Christopher Nolan sent me the script for
it cuts off.
Copyright. Oh.
copyright.
Yeah, it cuts off right here.
But for you know that, remember that movie like Let's Be Cops, where it's like I think isn't like the two from New Girls, are they both on New Girls? Or New Girl, I might have said New Girls. I don't know. It's like the one of the dudes is like Damon
I know the
Wayans.
show you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it was a movie that came out like it was like one of
Well,
those.
New Girl.
Yeah, New Girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Let's Be Cops was like a movie. It's just literally
Yeah.
about these two dudes where like, yeah, what if we just be cops for
Yeah,
like
I've-
Halloween? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And he was like, well, we can't do that's illegal. It's like it's Halloween or whatever. It was like, all right. And then like the movie's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But I did that with a friend of mine, and like I wore the cop uniform, and like I went to
That's hilarious.
what was the school in Vermont? I can't remember, but whatever. It was a school in Vermont, and like I was on I was on campus, and I could see people beelining in a different direction because they saw me coming in their direction. That was so funny because I just had like a fake ass badge, but like from far away, that's just like
you're like
gleaming right in your
time
face.
Time to go. I'm not carrying anything. That was always the funniest because, like, even like when I lived here. And you try to leave, and like you have like bottles in your bag, and you're trying not to make noises. It's like cling, 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 cling. You're like, oh shut up. You're trying to be slick about it, or like you're trying to get into a dorm that's like a dry dorm, or you're not even supposed to be in that dorm, and you're like, especially with alcohol, and you're like, it's like cling, 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 cling. You're like,
the RA shows up, be like,
sniffing
around like a dog.
I remember one time I pulled up. And I was going into a dorm, and I had like probably like a 12 rack of Coronas, and I literally like the handle like gripped out and like ripped, so like half the rack was like in the parking garage.
Damn.
I was like, I'm not going back because it's very hard to find parking here. So we're just gonna take whatever's left, and I think we took out whatever was there, we threw it in a backpack, and just went on with our night. And I was like. Oh, sucks.
Nice. That's memories though. You keep that with you forever.
I know, right? No, the worst waste of alcohol that I ever had wasn't even me. So I went on a work trip and we went kayaking. And we've done this trip before, and everybody knows the game plan. We get there, we get on the water, and then you can start drinking. Pretty simple. Let's get through the instructions. Let's get through all the fun stuff, because technically you're not supposed to have it. Keep it in your water bottle. Be cool. Get on the water. Have some fun. Cool. The newbies that we decided to go with, drank all the way up. So we get there. Mind you, it's like about an hour trip just to get up there, like to the actual place. Drank all the way up there. Drank before they even got to like the meetup spot, and then was like sipping while we were sitting there. So then they're going over the instructions, and they're just like sitting on the ground, like flopping over. And I'm like, yo, can y'all chill out?
Causing a ruckus.
You guys are gonna get us caught. Like, relax. And then of course one of them decides to throw up.
Oh yeah.
So then they come over and they're like, you guys drinking? Like, what's happening? So I literally had I had like a whole thing of, I don't remember what was in it, but some type of alcohol, and we all
for your dead homies.
Yeah. And then the kid never went kayaking. Was like sick because then they transport you up the river.
Right.
Kid was sick all the way up. Didn't get to go on the thing. I'm like, so you wasted my alcohol. You wasted my time. Not fun at all.
Damn.
I'm like, what the heck, dude? And you didn't even go. And I'm like, yo, this is whack, bro. Wow. At the time. No,
it's painful.
I couldn't trust people that couldn't hold the liquor. Or just be smart about it. Yeah. Like, bro, just be smart.
Yeah.
Like, understand, like.
Just like that little voice in your head. Listen to it. You know?
Read the room.
But not the dark voice.
Not the dark voice. Avoid any dark voices.
Because that's when it'll get you.
Literally. That's when it happens. 100%.
Oh, man.
Well, anyways, what's going on, everybody? My name is Jay Faith, and this is the Right Mind Wednesdays podcast. We are officially, finally kicking off a podcast with an actual introduction. I hope everybody's doing well. I want to say God bless to everybody. Shout out to everybody that's been tuning in, reaching episode 90, which is crazy, but this is episode 91. I want to shout out our other co-host that's not here, Kayla. Shout out to you. Wish you were here, but we know you're up busy doing other stuff. But I'm here, your host, Jay Faith. We got Crispy in the back, as always. We got L.Y.F here, and we got our special guest. You want to introduce yourself and just kind of share with the people who you are, what you do, what's going on?
Hey, everybody. I am Cyan Sueno. Cyan like the color, Sueño dream in Spanish. I'm an artist from Salem, Massachusetts. Been doing it for only a couple years now. But I've been like writing my own stuff for like forever. like, but it just took till recently-ish to actually take the leap.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. It's usually how most of us, we're just like, we'll just write, we'll just figure it out. And all of a sudden we're like, yeah, we want to put this to a beat. Okay, cool. Like, let's do that. Let's
Exactly.
see what happens.
That's basically what happened to me. My little brother was like, "Oh, I know a guy." Shout out Lib the Line. They were like, "I know a guy. You should go to the studio and like hit him up, blah blah blah." And it's like, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, that's always what it is. It's always a fuck it. Like you're gonna go and like, all right, I'll give it a shot. See how it goes. But you go and then. Like I'm sure y'all know, like when you're in there, like you feel good, you feel that like, and I'm not gonna like exaggerate and be like it's goosebumps, but like you feel like, I mean maybe I did because it was kind of cold and it was in the basement, but like, but I walked in there and I was like, this is like you feel like a little kid. You're like, this is cool. Like you're watching them, like the engineer, the producer, like do all the stuff and you're like, wow, this is crazy. Like
this is real now. This is official.
Exactly. You see so many people do the thing when they put the headphones on in front of the mic, so you're like you're all gassed up on that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's definitely
shit, I just wrote a verse. Like,
yeah.
This is what it's called.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
And then you hear it like professionally done, whatever. Because like I recorded my first thing literally down here, my first project, mix and mastered it, whatever. And then finally like started hitting up studios like way down the line. And I was like, yo, this is what it's like. It's like, this is what Eminem does. Like when he hits the studio, this is crazy. Yo, I'm doing it. I wasn't doing it yet.
That's awesome.
But I was trying to.
Shit, this is cyberspace. Damn.
I was like, yo, this is what it sounds like to be clear? Because when I was recording in my basement, yo, it sounded like trash.
That's why I always enjoy, like, when I'm at the studio, like, it's funny. Like, I still try to be in it, not trying to, like, in, like, a less dramatic way, like, forget where I came from. But, like, like, when you're doing it, it's, like, it's funny when, like, oh, you're creating a song, and when you mess up, like that moment when you mess up and you and the producer are having like that back and forth where you feel like the flow is happening, but like you don't want to force it, but you're doing it, and then especially when you're doing your verse, and it's just like you're like, oh wait, can we run that back? Actually, like, you're like saying like, is that thirk? Never mind, my bad, I said thirk.
Yeah,
you're like, can we push it back real quick?
I'm like, oh, I feel like such an idiot. I feel like just so unqualified to be in this room right now. Like, why am I here? I even do it now sometimes. I'm like, yo, I've been on this song forever, but as soon as I stepped in the booth, I'm like, yo, what are words? I can't even. I can do this 100 times here at home, but then like I get in a booth with an engineer, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, what am I doing? What is an ad lib?
I went to what? How the fuck did I rap this again?
I'm like, dude, just read the words that are on the paper. Like, what is happening?
It's like trying to trying to recall like a dream to someone else. You know what I mean? Like you try, like when you went through it, you like woke up and you still kind of remember everything, but then later when you try to retell it, that's what it feels like. You're just like, oh yeah, there was a snake and a dude in the street. You're like, what? Like I swear it was cool.
Yeah, it sounded way better. It sounded way better in the dream when I was
think the snake was talking.
Yeah, crazy stuff like that. Yeah. I'm like, it was way more detailed in my head when I was watching it. Now I got nothing, and it's not gonna make any sense. I tried doing that the other day to somebody. I was like, yeah, because I was like, I happened to have, not to sound weird, but I had a dream, and that person happened to be in the dream with a bunch of other people. And then I was trying to, and then I'm trying to explain it to him, because like again, vividly, it was in my head, but then I'm like trying to like replay it and like actually vocalize what I'm seeing, and I'm like, yeah, you were there, and there were other people, and we were laughing, and yeah, that's pretty much all I got. There was definitely way more when I was saying it, like when I was visualizing it, but I was like, that's all I got. I got nothing else for you, dude. He's like, okay. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, some people feel like you're gonna explain to them like it's like Inception or something.
Yeah, like it's this whole like lucid dream that you just had. Yeah, and I'm like, there was a table, there was you, and there was us. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I remember.
That's why you gotta slip in and you just explain like the plot to like a movie, and like they're just
make it up. Just make it up at that point. Yeah.
But then you're screwed if they like recognize the movie.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's gotta be one of those low key movies that they just it's been off for a while, so you're just like,
Yeah,
okay.
it's like, bro, did you dream Expendables?
That sounds awfully like Fast 10.
Exactly.
You went into space? Wait, what? And you were in a car? Wait, hold on. No, that was 9. You're like, oh, damn it.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was from Bad Boys.
You're like, how did you know? Well, you did say in your dream that you said, bad boys, what you gonna do? Yeah, it kind of was a giveaway. Telltale.
Isn't there a fourth one about to come out? No, I didn't think about it.
I think so.
really?
Yeah.
That's like the fourth and final one, I think.
Is it the fourth and final one?
The third one was gonna be the
Yeah,
third
right.
and
You
final
feel like,
one.
especially when it's like, oh, they're older now. That's kind of like,
Yeah.
cool. That's like the whole joke. Is like, oh, we old now. I'm too old for this shit. Like, I feel like that's the all of Bad Boys 3 was kind of that.
Yeah, it's literally he's like, yo, I got high blood pressure, my sugars is up, like I can't run no more, I'm not fit no more, like I can't be doing this.
Damn, this isn't how I used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all
what-
cramping.
That's why I feel like every like movie that is about a person that's like over 50 like goes, it's like that same joke where it's like, oh, my heart, I got fucking my diabetes, like
Yeah, son, my blood pressure's up.
my sugar is getting my sugar too high. It's like every movie about like a person over 50 has always do the same tropes.
Yeah, especially when they've had a movie prior to that where they're like super young and they're running and they're jumping and they're doing all this crazy other stuff, blah blah
Right.
blah 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 blah. And then it's like, all right, we got to bring them back, but they're like super old, so now we have to crack on them and joke and make it a joke of why they're actually in this movie, and make it sensible in the fact of,
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just old.
I like not to get into a whole movie tangent now, but I like I was rewatching Creed, and I really like the way that like Michael B. Jordan's character and Sylvester Stallone, like Rocky, how when they talk to each other, like he never, like, you know, the whole thing was like, oh, like sometimes if he talks to somebody else or like on the phone, they use your white voice, or like or you change at least your like your the way you speak,
Your
like,
customer service voice.
exactly, yeah, or you just change like certain words that you wouldn't use with someone. But I like when you watch the movie that they're talking to each other and like he doesn't, like he just expects him to kind of just learn, like Michael B. Jordan expects Sylvester Stallone to learn his dialogue. Like he never like gives him, like I feel like in a lot of movies it's like, oh, this is actually what I mean about like when I say like skirt or something, you know, they have that like that 5-minute thing where they say like I have to teach the old person how like what I'm saying, blah blah. But like that movie does a really good job of like Adonis and Rocky just hanging out, and it's like there's never a moment where he's like, I don't know what that means.
Right.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, teaching the old head,
Exactly.
like what, you know, the current day, whatever
Exactly.
it is. Yeah.
And I feel like it's less like almost offensive to the old person, because I know that whole thing is like, oh, you can't teach an old dog new tricks or whatever, but like they should still be allowed to learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
From both aspects.
Exactly. Yeah.
They learn the newer from the newer cats, and then the younger people have to learn from.
Exactly. Yeah. But it won't happen if you just expect them to just be like, oh, they're just, you know, they called me, you know, the N-word or something, and it's like, but they'll never learn. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like, no, they can. Like they're not like, it's not like you hit a cap with your brain. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
like you can't take any more information.
And like
Yeah.
they capture it in a way where like there clearly was like a you know, a connection with his father before that, because like, you know, he clearly like knows, you know, him from being
Exactly,
you know,
yeah.
a little kid,
Right.
and now, you know, he's in this light, and now he gets to, you know, pass on what, you know, his father passed on to Rocky, and now Rocky passes it on to him.
Right.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because then it wouldn't make sense if he's like trying to explain things to somebody that he already knows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it just would, like, story writing, that would just be terrible. Because it's like, dude, didn't you like grow up with this guy? Like, you guys should like have some sort of
or like make it so that way they're like meeting for the first time, like, oh hey, my name is whatever.
yeah.
No, that would be.
It's got to be one of the other scenarios.
The dude who scored that movie, he just won an Oscar for Oppenheimer. Like he scored Oppenheimer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that movie got a lot of Oscars too. Cause
it did. Yeah. I mean, it's like one of those like, it's like we're making this movie. I mean, I'm sure like he didn't have like that was like the main, that wasn't the main intention, but it felt like an Oscar movie. You know what I mean? Like this is like, we have like this like really good actor and like
Yeah.
excellent lighting and like like all that stuff where it's just like, oh shit, you think it's like I don't know, like 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 an Oscar movie when you see one,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see it. I haven't seen it yet. I've only heard, but I heard good things, so just gotta figure out some time.
No. I mean, it's a long movie too. So
is it?
Yeah, it's one of those.
Dang,
but it's good. It's good. You have a good time if you like movies about kind of terrible things that happen in history.
Yeah, I can rock with that.
Yeah.
I like history anyways, so
Yeah.
that works. Yeah, like I have no time to the point of I watch movies in parts. Like I have to like sometimes I even do it like driving home. Like I'll just put it on and like just like occasionally like just kind of glance up or whatever.
No, yeah, I feel that.
But it's like, I'll start it, I'll watch like 20 minutes and then I'm like, all right, off to do something else that I have to do, but at least I got 20 minutes and then, I'll carve some other time, whatever. But it's like, it's always in pieces now because I'm just constantly.
That's why I treasure the movie, like going to the movies experience.
I want to,
because like I know it's hard. It's way hard now, especially after COVID. Like, and like it's like way more expensive than it's ever been. You know what I mean? Like to really go to see a movie, but
it used to be like $6.
exactly. Dude, I would think about that all the time. Where it's like, oh, like whatever you had in your wallet, it was like, oh, here you go.
Yeah.
Now
I'm just like, oh, I'll just wait until it's on Netflix.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there are some movies where you're like, oh, that's not worth my time. Like you can tell like immediately, like depending on like the trailer, you're like, oh, that's not. I'll just wait till I get home. Yeah. But there are some movies where like Oppenheimer, like when like the nuke went off, like I was watching the IMAX because I was like, I know this movie's gonna be like all about like the so I'm gonna be
all the extras.
Yeah, and there's like a moment in the movie, like not to spoil anything, but where they're just like waiting for something to happen, and there's like maybe like 5 minutes, and it just
one of those moments.
You feel like you're in one of those like all around experience like movie theaters where like the chair shakes, like and everything like that. It's like it was wild. I was like, oh damn, like because you don't know, you can't like. You remember like
it's like Dark Knight.
Exactly,
when
yeah.
He blows up the hospital and he's like standing there waiting for it, or whatever, and then he's like,
yeah,
and then everything finally blows up. He's like, what the heck? Yeah.
I guess he just loves explosions. Now that I think about it. Because he also directed that, so.
Oh, so that and that like comedic, like anticipation of for the bomb to go off, and then you're like, oh, wrong time. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Nah, I hate. It's like crazy to say. I'm like, I really want to go to the movies. It's been so long.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds crazy to say that, but I do. Like I've been thinking about it too. I'm like, yo. But again, it's got to be a movie that I want to see.
Oh, yeah.
I'll probably take the wife, you know what I mean? Like, but it's got to be something I want to see. Like,
Go
actually.
to Chunky's 2-for-1, dinner and the movie, bro.
Dude, I love going to Chunky's. Chunky's is fire.
They hook it up.
We go see this, yeah.
And the Lincoln seat. You got the Lincoln seat.
Always
Ooh, where's that? Yeah, give me the deets.
You never been to Chunky's?
No, I've never been to Chunky's, dude.
There's one in Pelham. There's one in Nashua. There's one in Nashua too.
Is there like a weight limit? There's like a weight limit to go to Chunky's.
The food's actually pretty good too.
It is pretty good food, dude. Like, but yeah, you sit in like Lincoln seats, bro. You sit down
like the
at
car,
a table
from
of
the
like
car.
8.
Even the chicken.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, it's you and whatever, like you and your girl, but there's like 8 other people at the same table.
Okay.
It's still,
But it's like side to side. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's a normal restaurant, dude. That's awesome. Damn, yeah, I'm gonna have to look up Chunky's.
The seats are big.
Yeah.
It's like a recliner.
Like from the car, like literally from like a Lincoln car.
Got
like,
you, yeah.
they plop them in
And
there.
it's not like stupid expensive, bro.
Got you, yeah. Is it just Chunky's? Because I want to make sure when like I look it up,
Yeah,
that like
it's
not.
Chunky's movie
Yeah.
theater.
I'm just gonna make sure I don't go on images like just Chunky's. Who knows what'll pop up?
Sure.
Yeah, Chunky's movie theater.
Yeah,
Chunky's
CHUN
Got you.
CHUNK KY apostrophe S.
All right, got you. All right, definitely looking up.
Entrance
Chunky's.
tickets, what, like $6 or something like that?
it's
But
like-
I mean,
oh my
where they
gosh.
get you is like the food.
The
Obviously,
food,
where
of
they get
course,
you is
yeah,
the
but like
food.
but you're paying for an experience. That's like
Yeah.
literally.
that's awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely
It's
gonna
good.
look
Dude.
that up.
For anytime my son wants to go, that's where I go. Fine, I'll go, but we're doing it my way. We're going to Chunky's. We're going out to eat. Because I'm not going out to eat. Then going to a movie, dude. I'm not doing that. We're going
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Or you get one spot and get both.
All right.
You You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because you're gonna pay twice as much, especially when you go to like a traditional theater.
Exactly.
You know, it's like
Right.
You go out to eat and get your food, right? Then you go to the movie theater. What? Gotta get snacks.
Yeah.
it's like $15 for the
I like how
ticket
it
now.
hit you. I like how like as soon as you knew.
Gotta
get snacks.
Don't get dinner.
Yeah,
Skip the snacks.
Exactly.
You save $30 right there.
yeah, dude, it's literally.
They sell booze, beer too.
Yeah,
So if you drink, you can drink. There's not an issue. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
that's fair. Yeah, That
Even
makes
like
sense.
fountain drinks, dude. I got like a small meal, like a fountain drink, and like a thing of candy. It was like $30, and I was like, "Yo, what the heck did I just get?" Like, I'm like, I should have just went to Chunky's. I would have paid the same amount and got a full meal and probably dessert.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, yo, y'all are, man.
Yeah. I mean, I still do that though. Like I know I probably shouldn't, but I do the whole like dinner and a movie or a movie and a dinner just because like because I like sometimes I like that decompression after you watch a movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like to be like you sit down and waiting for your food and it's like, so what did you think about the?
You can sit and talk about the movie,
like, whatever,
trash it.
Exactly. Like, well, that movie sucked. You know, like waste of money that was.
Yeah, that's true. That's always a good part of it. Yeah, because when you're at Chunky's, like you're kind of like eating.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
But
yeah.
I mean, it's still. Yeah, you should definitely. That's
Definitely
crazy.
have to.
I've never met anybody that hasn't gone to Chunky's or heard of Chunky's before.
Never. I'm kind of ashamed, honestly.
I wonder if there's one.
50,
all right, hold on.
50 lashing. Someone go.
Yeah, right.
I would say Nashua or Pelham. One of the two.
And you're in Salem, right?
Yeah, I'm from Salem. Yeah. So like we don't have no Chunkies over there. We
Salem, Mass or Salem?
Salem, Mass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In Salem, we have a lot of vegan things. Like nothing would be called Chunkies.
Yeah, nothing.
Unless it's like an Impossible Burger or something. Like,
So Manchester, Nashua, Pelham. Manchester, Nashua, Pelham. That's what we got.
got
That's what we
you.
got. So there you go.
So the
you.
closest one's probably gonna be Nashua.
Well, yeah,
Pelham.
because I
From
come
here?
through Nashua to get here. Because I live in Manchester, so I
Yeah.
come through Nashua to take Route 3 down. So it's what's closer, either Pelham, but Pelham would be more towards Salem, so it might Salem, New Hampshire, so it might be closer to him.
But he's
Because he's on the
Mass.
coast.
I'm Salem, Mass.
He's
yeah,
Mass.
but he's on the coast.
Okay. Yeah, that's
You
true.
know what I'm saying? Where Salem's here, right? His Salem's here. Nashua's more here. So it may be quicker for him to go straight up than to cut across and up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But either way, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think even theoretically, Pelham is from here. Pelham is closer than Nashua because that one's like exit 6, and then the Pelham is like you just like cut through Drake
Yeah.
and then you get to
Right.
the other side of Bridge Street. I
Right.
mean,
Right.
and then it's just like right there.
So many places in Mass that I just haven't been yet. You know, like every time someone brings it up, like I'm just like, that place, yeah, totally, I know where that is.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Because they have you ever been to the Broken Yoke up there?
Yeah.
Where?
The Broken Yoke in Pelham?
No.
Dude,
it's
fire
shit,
breakfast,
man.
dude.
Broken Yoke. That's
If,
cool.
if
I like
you go
that
on
name.
Mondays too, you get bottomless mimosas.
My man, dude. I
Yeah.
know where I'm going vacation Monday. Yo, Ma! You want to go for mimosas and breakfast?
Broken Yoke. I got
Broken Yoke.
Fruity
That sounds
Pebbles
Yeah.
pancakes.
Whoa.
It was like a 3-stacker with like
Damn.
Dude, I had a Cookie Monster
like
one.
the drip, like the glaze on it, like dude, caked on Fruity Pebbles, dude. And I'm pretty sure there was Fruity Pebbles in the pancakes themselves.
There's always
So
some
in it
kinda,
and on top.
there's always some kind of pancake special.
Oh,
Something
dude, I had
always.
like the illest sugar rush.
Oh,
outside that
yeah,
thing.
bro. You probably like...
And I didn't
Walking
finish.
out of there.
And I didn't finish it. I took it home.
Oh, yeah.
There was
Damn.
so much to it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was bomb breakfast.
That's
Another bomb,
I-
like low key.
Man, we're gonna have to hit that up too. I'm gonna write these down
He's like,
because I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna leave here and be like, didn't write down Chunkies. Didn't write down the Broken
Breakfast
Yoke.
Barn.
Breakfast
London,
Barn?
Yeah, Londonderry, New Hampshire.
Okay, I'm gonna have to
It's,
check that
bro, it's literally like
'Cause
a
Londonderry's
little
not
bigger
far.
than your basement.
Those are the best spots.
But you gotta get there early, though.
Oh,
Don't get
yeah,
there at 10
yeah.
o'clock.
Yeah.
Get there at 6.
Yeah,
You know what I
facts.
mean, bro?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, for real, by 10, you're waiting 2 hours.
Yeah, but those are the best spots. Those are the spots like you
So
need to go
good,
to,
dude.
like your IHOPs and stuff. Like they're cool, but you need like those
Nothing
low
beats
keys.
a diner. Okay.
Nothing
Honestly,
beats
yeah.
like
Yeah.
a low key diner. Those are the best spots. I found like I have like 10 in my back pocket.
You make sure
Just,
like your mom would make it.
Exactly. Love
I'm like, yo, wherever
caring
like
food.
yeah. I have like all different diners, so like depending on where I'm at, like yo, I'm in Nashville. Oh, I can go to the airport.
Nice.
The airport diner over
Airport diner,
over in Nashua. Over in Nashua. Oh, you know, I'm over in Pelham. Out, you know, Broken Yoke. Like
Yeah.
just wherever I'm at, I'm like, yo, cool, got it.
Cool.
Hudson, Susie's.
So good, dude.
Susie's is fire.
So good.
They have a Cinnabon pancake.
Oh.
Yo, like
Jeez.
it's literally Cinnabon, but just like pancake size. That's literally all it is.
Damn, that's some like it's not soul food, but it's like it feels
It
good.
hits you in your
yeah,
soul,
it
for
feels
sure.
you in the it's you right in the soul.
Yeah, like you'll definitely have like diabetes after, but
Diabetes.
I got that
Damn.
diabetes. But yeah. But anyways, like, how's everybody doing? I know it's like such a long way. But how is everybody? Want to make
I'm
sure
doing
everybody's
pretty good.
good. Check in with everybody. What's
know-
what's happening on the life front?
You know, you know, you know.
Are you
gonna
spitting
start
a track
spitting,
right
yeah.
now? You trying to like throw a
I thought
habit
it was
freestyle?
gonna
or
be
something?
spitting. I was like, oh,
I've been writing more music. I'm getting back in the studio. I'm back in the gym. I've been at it for about
Let's go.
week and a half, almost 2 weeks.
Word.
Back on my intermittent fasting as well.
Nice. That helped me a lot.
Eating cleaner.
I've been trying to. Not very well, but I've been trying to.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, I just started like trying to like plan out my meals. You know, like meal prep technically.
Yeah.
It's more like doing like I guess that is just meal prep. It's just like you setting up all your food like one day and then like
Yeah, just like
and
cooking.
then that's the
Yeah.
only
You
thing.
have leftovers.
Yeah, exactly. That's like what you're having for
I'm
breakfast.
Gonna cook this.
Yeah.
I'm cooking up to have something for the next day. I got this the next day. I'm gonna
Yeah.
cook that the next.
Yeah.
I gotta push through that because I'll be honest, I did that for like a week and I was like, yo, I'm so sick of tired of chicken, rice, and broccoli because that's what I like put together for the week. You just do
Yeah.
the same thing. I was like, yo, I looked at it, I was like, yo, I got 4 lunches in here and I do not want to eat any of these.
Sometimes
I'm
I
like,
cook too much of it too. I'm like, oh shit, I still got this. I already had this like 6 days.
yeah, I'm
Oh,
like, yo,
yeah.
I'm dumb. I'm cool. I'm
No,
like,
yeah.
yo. Let me, yo, what's my bank account look like? All right, cool, yo. I'm gonna grab something from the
You'll
from
be
the
good for a
shop real
while.
quick.
You know, you'll be good for a while, but then it gets to a point where you just don't want to cook anymore. It's like,
Yeah,
Yeah, it's I think
I have to mix it up.
it's important to have like a cheat day or whatever, so that way you don't have to like, because like you shouldn't be like that strict. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
you know, because that's if it's not like, and I mean, it's never gonna be fun. But like, if it's not like at least like, and you're enjoying the results, then like there's no real reason to do it anymore because it's
Yeah.
like you shouldn't be tortured. You know what I mean? Like,
And you got something to look forward to.
exactly, yeah,
You know, if you're just like, oh, chicken and rice again,
Yeah.
here we go.
yeah.
You're like, whatever. But
Exactly,
if
yeah.
you're like, fruity pebble pancakes on Friday, let's go.
You give yourself little goals.
Yeah, exactly.
I started doing HelloFresh. Just
Oh yeah.
yeah. Just they basically like give you a box enough for like 6 days, and then you know they give you the ingredients and you cook it. And it's gonna be just
There are other like foods and stuff, or I mean, I should say like other like websites and Instagrams or whatever that like they do like high protein, low calorie like foods that you can just like either look up and then they plan out like the recipe for you that you can just like I'm doing this like hot pocket, like which is like you're having hot pockets for breakfast, but it's like me and my wife, we were like what's it called? Just making like the, you know, with the dough and again the sauce and the
Oh,
pepperoni.
it's like homemade, which is like
yeah,
a
no, yeah, like
huge
we're
difference.
making it. Yeah, because we really have all the pieces and like
Word.
we, you know, we weigh everything. You know, so it's also important because it's like we got the
Portion
you
size.
can't just like exactly the portions, you know, and like. It's just like way easier to do it. I mean, it's definitely easier to do it with someone else too. Like it's like it's hard to do it by yourself because you have to find that motivation yourself to do it. It's like I don't know, if I was by myself and doing it, I wouldn't. So
Yeah,
you know?
big fact.
You know, like if I'm being honest with myself, you know.
Yeah, I was trying to cook a bunch of chicken one Sunday or whatever. I had like 5 like thighs or whatever it was. I'm like, I got like 3 in, and I was like, yo, I'm so done. Like, can these cook faster? Like, I just need to like chop these up and just be done. But I was like, nah. I was already like ready to tap out. I'm like, and I was doing it by myself, so I'm just
Yeah. That's why.
Like the Celtics playing, like I need something. I can't just.
Yeah,
like,
it's rough. I just do a lot of podcasts, so
There you go.
So that's a good thing I'm on one. So.
There you go. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah,
Maybe need to fill in the time,
right. Yeah, I did fasting in February. Like I was doing that. I was doing it for church too, but like I was doing from sun up to sundown. Like I wouldn't eat, and then I would just try to cram in. So that was like relatively like 6:50, 7 a.m. to like 5 p.m. And then you try to eat what you can. Which it was tough because obviously, like, you have the pod, or I have church during the week, or working on music, whatever it is. So I was like, dude, I would get like one meal a day. But I lost 10 pounds. I'm like, yo, let's go.
Yeah.
And this time I'm keeping it off.
Yeah.
But I've been hitting consistently at the gym.
That's good.
And
Yeah.
so it's felt really good. It's definitely been like a not an ego boost, but like just like a self-esteem boost, type of thing. I'm like, okay, like I'm getting back to where I want to be, at least like, physically, what you see in the mirror and stuff like that, which is, so I'm like, all right, cool, and then just hitting the gym every day.
Yeah.
Dealing
I
with
definitely
a sweaty
like,
guy.
I don't like lift that heavy anymore, but I still do like powerlifting, like, just like workouts. So I can't do that with food. Like I have to eat. You know what I mean? Like, so like I said, I don't lift, but like to still like lift heavy, you have to eat. You know what I mean? Like it's not like either that or like your body's like yelling at you the whole time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's like you're just sitting somewhere like at the library or some shit.
Yeah, literally.
That awkward ass person that's sitting there like,
Trying to cover it up with another obnoxious noise. You're like,
please God, let me fart. I don't know.
Give me something to distract.
Can
somebody sneeze over there? Distract everybody from looking over here. That would be fantastic.
Oh man, yeah. So I definitely just try to maintain some kind of like constant food.
Yes.
First I
Pass it back.
First I was like, what is happening?
He's getting up.
Okay. For a second,
Fine.
I was like my cat. Like, yo, you see the ghost in the corner of the room?
Yeah, my problem was I wasn't eating enough. So then that's where like the weight was coming from. And then I think my energy drinks are doing that too.
No, yeah, that definitely.
And I was like, this is supposed to help me. What the heck?
Yeah, I know.
Because I noticed, because like I had one day where I drank it and I was like, dude, like I'm like mega, not to sound super cool. I'm like, yo, I'm mega bloated and whatever. Hey, celebrate.
Oh.
Yeah, for being bloated, or
Yeah, right. Celebrate me.
That's the point you're trying to get to.
Because like the day before, I was like, yo, like I was looking fit. Let's be honest, I was looking fit. So I was like, yo, I was like, what the heck? And then I took the day off from drinking the energy drink, and I was like, I was like, I was like, this is it.
Sometimes
I was like,
it's
this
the
is what's
smallest little
coming.
thing.
No, yeah, absolutely. 1920, like I was 19 or 20 years old, not the year.
I know. I was like,
All the way back.
I was like, how old are you? Hold on.
So I used to drink Monster energy drinks.
Back in my day.
Great Depression.
Yeah, during the Great Depression, right before World War One. Like around that age, I used to drink a lot of Monsters, and like to just like I never was a fat kid, but like you can still feel like crazy tired like with the shit that you intake. You know what I mean? Like I was like, I remember I would just have like I'd be going like, oh, I'm gonna go for a run or something, and I'd just be gassed, like not even that far into the run. And I'm like, I'm dying. This is death.
And I was drinking Celsius,
which
is supposed to be like fat burner.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, where are you burning fat when I'm like getting like this? I'm like, this makes zero sense to me. So I'm gonna try to finish the ones that I have. My wife ended up getting me like a whole case of them. So I'm like, all right, let me just finish these. I know what the problem is, so let me just finish these, and then I'll probably try to cut it out. Cause I'm like, I looked up like normal caffeine intake too, of like what you should, theoretically have, and I'm like, yo, I'm over by 200. Because I'll have my pre-workout, which is 200 milligrams. Then I'll have a coffee right after that, just to get into work.
Or like another like 150 or something like that.
Yeah, it's like 150, 200. And then I have a Celsius like midday to like polish off the day. I'm like, now I'm at 600 milligrams of caffeine, and I'm wondering why. Like, I feel like this. I can't sleep. I feel like trash. I'm like, this is probably it.
Yeah.
I'm like, so I gotta balance this. I gotta figure out how to balance this thing out a little bit. One, I need to get more sleep and just go to bed earlier, a little bit earlier, within reason. But then also just space it out. Maybe have just coffee later in the day. And that might work. But
yeah, I mean, like with you know, I mean, for me, like February was crazy. Like before that, I was doing fasting. I like dropped 8 pounds, but then I gained another 11.
Damn.
I went to New Orleans for Mardi Gras.
Oh,
yeah. That's gonna get you.
Super Bowl, celebrated Fat Tuesday. I had 2 different Valentine's Day events. I had my 1-year anniversary.
Damn.
So yeah, after that, I'm like,
Buddy was like, got him.
Yeah.
You thought.
Sometimes,
So now
sometimes that's how things line up. You know.
So like now my goal is to at least do 16 hours fasting every single day, and I'd like to drop like 25 pounds. Not that I need to, but I mean,
Right, just for.
I mean, I
your
would
own.
like to get back down to like 190, 185. I'm 211 right now, so 185 would be 25
Yeah.
pounds.
Yeah, I'm back to 190.
So that way I can just keep myself there. Like if I gain like 5-10 pounds, I'm still like where I want to be. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, it makes sense.
190s, upper to mid 180s.
Yeah, because I'm back to like 190-ish. I'd like to get to 185. Because I'm like, dude, I'm 5'9". How am I 200 pounds right now? Like, this is crazy. At first, I was like, oh, I'm just like muscle. Like, yeah.
Muscle does way more
I'm
than
killing
fat.
it right now. But then, like, I'm looking in the mirror. I'm like, yeah, it's not all muscle, dude. Because, like, again, I dropped 10 pounds. And I'm like, the muscle's still there, dude. So, clearly, you were doing something wrong. But we're here now. So, it's been cool, though. Yeah. I've been... What else? Working on music. Obviously working on the pod. Been hitting the studio. Working on beats. We're working on stuff.
What's
I'm
up?
going to start working on that too. Get back to that.
Yeah.
Got to talk with MOCG. See about working on what we're working on behind the scenes with that. See if we can start knocking that out. But just working on an album. Finishing that up. I mean, I have like demos and stuff. And then I'm working with some people to hopefully... network and open up some things, so I'm excited for that, and actually talking with them tomorrow, so fingers crossed on that. But it's been cool. I've been trying to just enjoy it and not stress about it, and take some time to just sit and play video games sometimes and just relax, because
just find overall balance, overall life balance.
dude, I'm like, dude, I have to, and I feel so much better now. And like I told you guys, like I took all. I don't even know if I told you guys. I probably did. Like, I took all social media off of my phone. It's only on my iPad, so that, like, I have to have Wi-Fi in order to do it. So it's either, like, at home or... I mean, I have it at work, but, like, I'm less likely to pull out my iPad in the middle of work.
No, yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
But it's also helped my productivity in the sense of not, like, I'm not on it, so I'm not using it, but I'll schedule things. So then, like, I'm like, oh... I have this time, I have an hour, let me just schedule everything. So then, like, I'm more on top of, like, my postings, and then I don't have to worry about it. And then, because, like, there's been times, I forget to post, and then it's like 9 o'clock. I'm like, do I really need to post right now? Like, is it gonna hit the algorithm the right way? And then
right,
I'm like, forget about it. I'm not even gonna post it. But then, so you're like, oh, I missed a post that day, and stupid algorithm and all that.
Yeah, it becomes a giant thread.
Yeah.
I definitely hate the whole, like, trying to figure out, like, what the algorithm
I don't even care.
wants. And, like, it feels like such a, like, it feels like you're, like, a sacrifice.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's like you're part of a cult member, and I'm in the cult,
And,
so
like,
I'm, like, speaking from experience. Like, it feels like that. Yeah, you go in and you think, is this the right time? And they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's 12 in the afternoon,
Oh, okay, 200 million people figured this out.
Yeah. Exactly.
I can't wait anymore.
Yeah, so I just post, when I post, whatever, same time, whatever hashtags, I don't care. If it works, it works. It doesn't, we're building, the network that we have. Obviously, we have more people come in, whatever, at least on the podcast side. And, if it works, same thing on the music side. I'll post when I need to, because I want to post with intent.
No,
I don't
yeah,
want
of
to
course,
just go like, oh, here's, a selfie of me working out at the gym, like another one. It's like,
Right.
Oh, hey,
Is there
guys, I
really
haven't
a-
posted in a while? Here's why.
Yeah.
yeah, like, is there really a purpose to it other than
Right.
telling people that you haven't posted in a
Right.
week, So it's like I'd rather be intentional with it, whether it's, you know, my brand ambassador or my clothing or obviously music, whatever. Like, let me be intentional with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, it's kind of, it'll just fall off the face of Instagram.
Yeah. That's why I try to utilize like stories, like the Instagram stories, like sometimes like a quick like post about like a song that I kind of like or something, like you said, like with intent, you know what I mean, like with the whether like hopefully at the end of the day, like the intention is actually just that you like it, you know what I mean, like instead of like being like, oh, like I want people to like this story or slash post or slash reel or whatever, you know. But it is nice to just kind of be like it's nice when like, oh, you do something like that and someone like responds and they be like, oh, dude, that's dope, like what's the, like how'd you come across that thing, and I'm like, oh, and you just, you know, real quick like send a message back. But it's as long, but that's not always going to be the case. So it's just like, that's why I like to do like with stories, is just like share little small things. So it's like to keep that, like to satisfy the algorithm god or whatever. But like also just you know, just
to let people think like,
like I'm alive, you know.
You're alive, you're active,
I'm around,
active,
just because I'm not like, you know, doing that, like sending pictures where I'm just like notebook and you know, like looking like Nas or something, you know, like. But it's just, I think it's easy to, I guess it's easy to forget, me included, like that, like social media can be used to kind of like just mess around. Like it doesn't have to be like, unless you have like a really like a strict business account. You know, like obviously, like it doesn't have to be like so strict or like so like regimented. You know, like it can just be, it can be like kind of wild and chaotic.
It's there as a tool.
Yeah, exactly.
And like being off it for a little bit, like you get more done. And
absolutely.
Once you get those things done, you have more than enough to share.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because that's what I've been trying to do too. Is like I'm just like, all right, let me take a step back. Let me just build up content. Let me just put it in the tuck, you know, of things that like aren't gonna age. And then just hold it, and then, you know, just have it. And then when I want to post, I can post, and it's there, and whatever. Because, like, having it on my iPad now, too, like, I don't even scroll. Like, I don't, like, this is, like, not to, like, for anybody that's like, oh, Jay's not liking any of my posts anymore. Like, I'm literally not even, like, on it that much. Like, I go in, I post, I maybe share a couple of things, I check the notifications, and, like, I'm out.
Right.
Like, I'm, like, not even scrolling.
Right.
Like, I'll maybe get, like, 3 in, then I'm like,
Yeah.
And I'm out, and I'm off. I'm like, yo, let me be. I'm gonna be productive. I'm gonna actually do something. Like I'll still be on my iPad, but I'm gonna edit a video. I'm gonna write some lyrics down. I'm gonna, you know, I'm doing something more productive. I'm like, yo, this feels way better and less stressful.
No, absolutely.
And then, like I said, like I give myself time to play video games or whatever. And I'm like, I just feel like so less pressure. Because I feel like with it on your phone, like you have so much access, and you're just like, oh, okay, it's like right here. Take a selfie, post it. Do this. Take a picture, post it.
Right. Dude, it's a lot.
I'm tired,
it's
dude.
A lot.
Tired, man. Like, just intent.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
just with purpose. I'm like, I'm over it. So
I have to remind myself. That's why, like, it sucks, too, because sometimes it's detrimental to, like, your craft or whatever. Like, to see, like, maybe if you're, like, just having, like, a slow month or something, you know, like, and you watch other people, like, quote-unquote, like, doing better than you. Or doing just like at the end of the day, they working harder than you, and it's like at the end of the day, it's like it didn't even have to be that. They're just like posting more. You know what I mean? Like, it's not anything, like they're not like, I mean, you know, obviously, like if you like go like to a deeper level to it, like it's like, yeah, maybe they are doing quote unquote better than you, but like they're at the end of the day, they're just posting more. You know what I mean? Like that's more so what's happening, and like your brain is like kind of tricking you into thinking that like, oh, like I'm not doing enough. You know what I mean? This person's like going to the store, gym, like, you know, like movies, and making sure that we know about it. Right. I just did that and I didn't do shit. You know, like, you know? But I don't know. Like I guess.
Oh, this person's in Cabo.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's like, what am I doing? Going to my 9 to 5 or whatever. Like.
Yeah, I know, that's the thing too. I'm like, yo, like I'm at work again. Like, how many selfies can I take at work? How many things can I show like at my job? Like, you guys know what I do, and I could like advocate. You know, my job specifically, like, you know, talking about like what I do, and you know, advocating for the kids and yada yada yada. But it's like, one, I can't really take pictures of the kids and post it on my Instagram just because of privacy and
Definitely not.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's like I can't even really share what I'm doing, especially on the military side. Like, I know the traditional boys and girls clubs, like they're able to like they have a little bit more freedom.
It's different though.
but it's different.
You work on a base.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't like just be like, hey, Billy, come here, let me take a selfie and post it up. Like, parents gonna be like, what the hell? You have a picture of my kid? You know?
That's why you gotta wait till they leave so you can do your TikTok dance.
I've done many TikToks at work. Yo, if you pull back the cameras, like you'll see me just like standing on counters and like going, different places and just shooting TikToks. I'm like, yo,
That's so funny.
but that's what, because I would have like a. If I had something to do after, but like I had like a little break before I would actually leave work, like I would just be like, no, let me just like film some TikToks, set up the camera and just like scroll through. Oh, this one looks funny. All right, let me try to redo this one. And I'll do it, I'll sit there and do it, whatever. And,
Right, now I feel that.
but yeah, I'm all set.
What do you do, if you don't mind me asking, what do you do for work?
So I essentially, to put it simply, I work for a military boys and girls club.
Interesting.
To put it simply, they call them youth centers, but we follow Boys and Girls Club curriculum, and we do a lot of different stuff with the Boys and Girls Club. We're like a military affiliated Boys and Girls Club.
Interesting. I didn't know that was the thing.
Yeah, so it's military. It's all military teens. Obviously, and just kids that are stationed at Hans Command Force Base. So ours is a little bit different than like a traditional Boys and Girls Club because our kids are typically. You have the rare cases, but typically there for like maybe a year and a half, 2 years, and then it's like, peace out, Cub Scout,
right.
type of thing. So there's such a revolving door when it comes to the kids that come in. So it's like it's always like every year and a half, whatever, or even every year. There's always this like readjustment period, especially in the summer, of just a bunch of new kids. So then you got to get to know all these new kids and like understand who they are, because part of your job is building those relationships. Well, it's like, dude, like. I just finished building one with this one, and then they leave, and then I got to go do it all over again with somebody else, and it's cool. It's really cool. It sucks when the kids, especially when you build those relationships and the kids have to leave or they graduate, and they can't come anymore, and you're like, oh man, like, it sucks, but. It's cool, and I'm blessed to have a lot of opportunities that I get in my position of like traveling and meeting other teens, meeting other advisors and stuff like that, especially advisors from like around the world, military installations, overseas, Germany, whatever. And so it's cool to just be able to just pick people's brains and learn from and see other kids and just experience a lot of different things. So it's like, it's not what I expected as a career field, if you will, but I definitely found a love for it, and I'm like, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, sometimes like just like with music, it's just kind of like it's all about timing. You know what I mean? Like for work, I'm in Salem. I'm a firefighter.
Oh, what?
And like it's like I like took the test because someone was like, "Oh, the test is about to come up. You should probably take it." And I was like, "All right, like sure." Yeah, and then like I've been on like 4 years now. So, but it's like. Yeah, sometimes it just literally is timing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, my mom was like, hey, like, because I used to work with like 6-year-olds to like 9-year-olds, essentially. And my mom was like, hey, like, they're hiring, you looking for a job, whatever. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. I think, was I still in? No, I just graduated college too. So I was like, it's on the job hunt.
Right.
My mom was like, hey, they're hiring, come over here. You don't have to work at your part-time anymore. But I did both anyways. Extra money, whatever. And so I started there, and then I worked there for a couple years, left, and then came back, and then I was like, I would help out during team nights, and I was like, yo, like that is like the dynamic that I want to be at, because like I would teach the younger kids music, but it's like you gotta water it down so much, and I'm like, yo, like I want to be able to just like get to the point. This is what it is. Let's learn. Let's do it. Like I don't have to like take what would normally take maybe a month and expand it into 3 months, because you have to dumb it down. And not that that's not fun. We did a lot of stuff and whatever, and then playing basketball and stuff too. It's like you can't really I'm a very competitive person, and you can't really play the way that you want to with like a 6, 7, 8, 9-year-old versus.
Oh, bro, I got no problem crossing up a 6-year-old.
Oh, I will. Trust me, I will.
Send him that way. See ya.
Damn, the ankles broke around the world.
Yeah. I will. I have
wasted.
Yeah, I will. I have, and then I do the alley-oop with the low rim, and
oh my god!
Obviously, they lose their mind.
It's like NBA Street.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, what? They're like, where is it?
Freeze.
You're like, bro, yeah, like, bro, I'm right here. I still do it now because like we
Damn.
have like some 9-year-old, 10-year-olds, and they'll be, oh, I'm gonna get the ball from you. I'm like, and then they're like looking around for it. I'm like, bro, it's
Spinning in
behind.
place.
How did you do that?
It's like Tasmanian devils.
I'm like, bro, the ball's behind you now. He's like, what? And then I'll turn around, and then I'll be like, and then all of a sudden I'll have it in my hand, like, what the hell? But yeah, but it's a lot. It's more fun to be able to play with like teens who can like hoop and they understand the game. Again, you don't have to dumb it down, to that level. Whatever, just developmental level and stuff. And they hoop and they push back and you can kind of push them around a little bit, or you can throw a dodgeball at their head. And you don't have to worry about them crying or
Right, exactly.
or whatever.
You just
So
take it because it's just like this happens to me all the time. Always get a dodgeball to the face. The dodgeball king.
Yeah, but it's just easier to teach those things. Those type of again, playing basketball, music specifically. Obviously, those are some of my passions and stuff. But and then I got involved in like a lot of the leadership programs because that was just came with the job, and I was like, what the heck is this? And I was like, this is, and then over the years, I'm like, yo, this is actually pretty cool. Like, and again, just the experiences that have I've been traveling a lot. Like the summertime, like I do travel crazy amount of times. I've been to like Atlanta and Anaheim and DC and Dallas and Chicago, just all on company dime.
And,
Basically,
there was
awesome.
a performance opportunity for him too. Like,
Oh, wow,
performance
that's awesome.
opportunity in Dallas was huge.
cool.
It was so much fun.
That's cool. Yeah, get some fans from Dallas. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, I got to do it in front of like teens from literally all over the world.
That's awesome.
Over 1,000 people.
Yeah, it was like
Easily
about
59.
2,000. Yeah,
That's cool.
and I was like,
Did they seem like receptive? Like they were like really?
oh yeah, they soaked it. Like we
vibing?
finished.
All right, cool. Because like
Yeah.
sometimes you do stuff like that, and like it's always with any audience, like it sucks. Like perform and then be like,
Have him be stiff.
yeah. That's like a comedian's version. Like they're bombing. You know what I mean? Like it's just like
Yeah.
when you bomb, you're like, damn. Like
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to expect, and I tried not to have expectations because I didn't want to be like, "Oh, yo, everybody's gonna love this song,
Right,
it's
yeah,
crazy," and whatever. Because I only did one song because I partnered with a teen because it was like a teen conference, so I didn't want to be like, "Oh, it's all about me," blah blah blah. And I was like,
Right.
"Yo, this would be cool if I could partner." And I knew the teen from the year before, and she's from Arizona. And I was like, yo, like, let's do this song. Let's be cool. Be cool. And then they were like, hey, you guys want to like open up the whole conference? And I was like, yo, what? I was like,
That's wild.
say less. So we do the whole song. And then like after we were done, like people were like, yo, is it on Spotify? Like, where is it? And I was like, actually, like we literally just kind of like put this together just so we could perform it.
right.
But it's not out of the picture. It's not an option.
Right.
And we actually just released it like a couple months ago.
Oh, let's
so.
go. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I was like, the people that were like hitting me up, I was like, yo, we're dropping the song finally. Like, hey, we're doing it. She just graduated school, so like it just took a little bit of time, whatever. But we got it done. And it came out super dope. I'm happy for her. It's like her first like song that she's ever released,
That's
whatever. But she's been doing music for a while, like live shows and stuff.
Yeah,
but,
like we said, that's how it goes.
yeah.
You were the timing at that in that point for her anyway.
But that's what I want. That's what I want for anybody. And that, what we were talking off air with like, different people on the pod and like doing music and stuff. I'm like, yo, let's just create opportunities for people. Like, why do we have to we can't be gatekeepers. We can't be blocking everything. Like, let's like, who cares if you work, if you're adding people to the thing. I mean, obviously within reason. You don't want to have too many hands in the cookie jar, but
Right, of course.
you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But like, hey, like if we can create an opportunity for people, like, who am I to stop it? Because again, you never know what could happen from it.
Right. Like going back to like intent, it's like the gatekeeping thing. It's like it's all like everyone should be accepted, but obviously, what's important is what you bring to the table. So,
And you never know what people are going to bring to the table unless you invite them to the table.
exactly, yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like, it's crazy. But
And that's when the vetting process happens. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's just like, all right,
then you can figure it out.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, all right, thank you for your time.
yeah,
Peace out.
Exactly,
This
yeah.
just isn't the opportunity for you. Whatever.
right, exactly.
And there's no shame in that.
It's like, why the fuck not? Like, if I had 1 million fans, like, if you're dope, I'd be like, hey, come here.
Yeah,
You're getting in front of all these people.
yeah. I was just watching something with like, do you guys know Zach Fox at all? He's
No.
like a comedian. He's on that show Abbott Elementary. I don't know. He's a certain stuff. I think there's some memes out there of him, but it was kind of interesting that he wanted to work for Adult Swim, So he like talked to like one of the higher ups of Adult Swim, and he was already doing stuff on his own, you know, like that's what he presented to him, and the higher up dude was like, why don't you just go do that? Like, why are you here? You know? And it's like, and obviously at the time that's probably not what he wanted to hear, but I was like, I came here for a job, and you're just telling me like that what I'm doing is okay, I guess.
Yeah.
But obviously now it's like he kind of blew up a little bit. You know what I mean? He's gaining a following, and it's like, you know, so it's like sometimes it's like in that case, like you're saying, like get to the table, it's not for you. It's like sometimes you need that rejection, you know. Luckily that's like a nice way of rejection. Yeah, he was like being nice about it. Some people are just like, get out of my face, you know, like it's like a crappy audition or something. But in that scenario, it's the best outcome, because like, you know, he like there was like positive feedback instead of it just being like
help him, like
exactly.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, there's that positive feedback with it, so it's like it's not just like, it's like, no, this is not the opportunity. Like, what you're doing is actually really good. Like, you should just go push after that.
Right.
And you'll be good at that.
Exactly.
It's like, it's like sometimes you're like, I didn't know that I could do this all by myself. Theoretically.
Right.
Like, I didn't know that I could do it. I thought I needed, you know, all this extra help per se. You know what I mean? Again, theoretically. Obviously, you need a team, whatever. But, again, like, some people, I think they limit themselves on what they can actually do, and then they're like, "Oh no, I can't do it because whatever." And it's like, "No, like you can do it."
Yeah.
You know, because then once you're doing it, and then people like kind of latch onto you versus the other way around, where you're latching onto people.
I think that's why I enjoy like doing music, because like I like because I enjoy to write like a lot of different things. Like sometimes I write poems, like a lot of times I write short stories and stuff like that, like on the side. But like I like how collaborative music is, you know what I mean? Whether it be just at the studio or just like at like a performance, whether you're performing with someone or like you're like, you know, you're doing the whole back and forth thing. When I say whatever, you say, you know, like they respond right back to you. Like it's like just like the energy of that. That's why like when I have to do all those other things like short stories, poems, it's always harder because I'm by myself. It's quiet,
right?
You know, like my own brain is like my own enemy, because like it's so loud in there. Well, like you know, I'm trying to catch all the words and put them on the paper. You know,
it's the worst.
But I like, that's what I love about music, because it's like, and I didn't know, like I already loved music before. You know what I mean? Like everybody loves music in a sense, you know, but by doing it, wow, you heard that shit? Doing it, you find that it's just like so much more fun to be in it. You know what I mean? Like you're you don't have to be part of the cool kids, but you're part of the group. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's
like,
just
whatever the outcome is, that's you. You know?
exactly. Yeah. That's you're performing your truth.
Free to do what you want with it. It's freelance. So
Exactly. Yeah. So
and
it's
like if you decide to take a break from it, like it's always gonna be there. You know what I mean?
exactly. That's why. Yeah. That's why I hope I don't stop in any like capacity. You know what I mean? Like even if it's like slows down and like something creative, something else creative takes like flight or whatever. That's why I hope it's always like music is always there. You know what I mean? In some aspect, whether it's me performing or me like just like songwriting or something. You know, like I hope it's always there, and like I always want to be around it. You know.
How do you balance being a firefighter and an artist? Like how do you?
So luckily the schedule, I would say the schedule with firefighting is pretty good. I work 2 24-hour shifts. So it's like let's say this week, like Monday, Wednesday. Like Monday, you're working 24, you get there 7 in the morning, you get out Tuesday, 7 in the morning. You come back Wednesday, 7 in the morning, get out Thursday, 7 in the morning, and then you get 5 days off. And that rotates. So then the week after that, it'll be Tuesday, Thursday. And the week after that, it'll be Wednesday, Friday. And so I have that time to do whatever the fuck I want. You know, so like luckily, like I don't have any kids right now. So like that helps, you know? Yeah, you know, so like and I have friends obviously in the department, like they have kids, and like that stops them sometimes. Like depending on like what they're doing. Like a lot of firefighters get jobs on the side, like contracting or whatever.
Some people like to kill time.
Yeah, exactly. Or just that too. Like they just like to make a little extra money on the side. But luckily that's how I'm able to do it, just because like this is like I don't really get paid all the time to do this, but which is fine, like for now. But I like thoroughly enjoy it. So it's like I'm out here just, you know, and I'm meeting people. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like I get to just hang out with like a lot of like creatives of the same mindset. And it's just like so it's still enjoyable for me, even though like it's not paying the big bucks or whatever. Like
Right.
It takes a long time. It takes a hell of a lot to get there. So, I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
like, even a little bit is great. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. That's why
even $5.
yeah, like that's why I sometimes I feel like a little discouraged when I'm like at certain venues and like you feel like not only you feel like you're the like mindset wise the oldest in the room, but like you're literally the oldest in the room.
Yeah. I feel that.
And I'm sure I'm sure in your position, I'm sure you feel that.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm like looking around, I'm like, damn, I'm like, all of y'all are probably not even 30 yet. I'm like, this is weird.
and that's why, and it's crazy too, because like sometimes when like you're performing, like us, like we all got stuff to do, right? But like I'm like, damn, like this dude who's like maybe 20, maybe, like he got like all 15 of his friends to come out. It's like I gotta send out a mass text 3 weeks, like maybe a month prior to make sure. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, but I get that. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, damn, like it makes sense because like what you guys do today, you like
that makes
went to class. And then
that makes a lot of sense. That's like a light bulb moment for me, yo. That makes a lot of sense. Like, yo, like when you like 20 to like 25. Like, what are you really doing? Like, you're still trying, like, for the most part, you're still trying to figure out, like, your career,
life is a thing.
what you want to do, whatever, but you're not, like, set yet. So you're like, I still got some freedom, so, like, I'm not really, like, doing things on the weekend, so, like, yo, let me just grab 15 of my homies, like, when I'm, to come to a performance.
Exactly.
That's why all these dudes.
Yeah, that's why like I'm saying that I'm sorry, I can't speak. I'm saying that as an observer, less as a hater or whatever. Because I'm sure there's some people out there that like would probably see that and it's like, oh, this dude is just like his performance wasn't good. It's just because he had all his bros here. You know what I mean? Kind of stuff, which is like, I mean, sometimes that is the thing that happens, but like at least like people are having fun. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, like everyone's having a good time, and like you're like the stinker in the corner of the room being like that wasn't my music wasn't good, like whatever. It's like maybe it wasn't, but like I don't know.
But I mean, the best thing is like if one person like brings all the people, like maybe you're able to connect with them.
Yeah, it was exactly like if you yourself are a good performer or your art is good or whatever, like then you don't and like you can when you perform you see people's like you glance in their eyes for a second. You know what I mean? Like
more than likely, like you're with other artists that are like in the same. You're hitting the same demographic as them because like, you're making similar. Kind of music. So
right.
Anyway, so
exactly. Yeah. Hopefully it hits for them. Yeah. But it was just nice when it does because it's like, oh, it's hitting for them, even though I don't know who these people are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this is the only thing that they know about me is this song. You know what I mean? Like, especially when you go up there and you try to introduce the song as much as you can and then you're trying to like sell it. You know what I mean? Like it never does it justice. You know what I mean? Just be like, this is what the song is about, and then you do it, and it's like bomb or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like. But it's never like you have to wait until you actually perform it to be like this is actually like you can see the food but you gotta taste it, like
yeah.
But
as long as you get those shows where the people actually stay, because I've had many where
me too. Yeah,
the person performs before you and you're like, yo, I'm gonna have mad people, I'm about to get hopefully perform in front of a big group of people, and then you have those 15 people they're like, yeah, we out here, our boy just performed, we out, and you're like, yo, there's like 5 people left.
Yep. You're like, that's always rough.
You're like, damn. You're like, all right, whatever. You're like,
but it's like humbling though, because like there are shows where you're doing it and like you are like there's like a bunch of people and like and then like shows like that where it's like it really brings you down sometimes down to earth, where it's like I'm still trying to get there, like just because that one night I don't like I'm the shit occasionally, like that not to be like you have to be trash, but like you can be the shit, like everybody gets to be the shit for 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
Also, where the fuck are you all going? The bar's right here, man.
I know everything is right here.
Going to another club when this is the club.
Yeah, it's like, why did you go? Yeah, that's why I would definitely like shows like that. Like I wish people would like work together and stuff like that. Of like, yo, like. Especially if you have like 5 people on the bill, like say like us 3 are on a bill, be like, yo, you bringing people, yo, like try to convince them, or like be like, to convince them basically to like stay, hang out, like check out the other artists, like
Right.
you know, like you know, I know you guys are coming for me, but like, yo, J Faith is performing, like, you know, you really want to, you know, hear it. Like, I haven't really heard it, so I'm gonna hang out and like listen. So like, I think you guys should too, and like check it out. And then it's like it builds everything, and you know, you connect, whatever. You know, and then who's to say, like, you know, my fans will become your fans and your fans become mine. And then
Right.
it's like now, you know, we have, you know, 15 people, but now it's spread, you know, between everybody. And, you know, again, like if I bring 15, it's like, you know, 45 people can all kind of intermingle and share music and connect. And it's like, oh, I just gained 30 fans because you brought 15, you know, whatever.
Right.
But it's like
that is a lot of people.
That is, yeah. Like you put them in a room, like all like sardine together. Like that's a good show.
and that's building, you know, it's building your fan base. That's, you know, streams and whatever. But it's like it comes from, you know, it can come from stuff like that if people really thought about it like that.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if people do, and maybe they do. You know, I'm probably not the first person to think that ever.
Right.
But
you know, it's still important.
Moving forward,
yeah.
you know, that's definitely something that I will focus on. You know, if I put on a show or if I'm part of a show, just being like, hey, like if you know, how can we network to bring people out together? This is our show.
Right.
Why are we individually working to bring people into the show? Like, why not all of us?
Yeah.
Figure out a way, like, you know, hit up our fans, or, you know, hey, here's some of my most common fans that usually show up to shows. You know, hit them up or something. Hey, yo, what's up? Yo, I noticed that you were, you know, I'll use Cody Pope because his name just pops in my head. Like, you know, Cody Pope is, you know, is going to be at the show, and he's a good friend of mine, whatever. And I heard, you know, you might be going to the show. Just wanted to say what's up, whatever. Like, be genuine about it.
Right.
But like, hey, just like, you know, I'm going to be at the show. It'd be cool if, you know, you could check out the music or whatever. Or like, you know, I'd love to speak with you when you come to the show. And then it's like, you're already halfway there.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And then they show up and like, oh, that's that dude, J.F. Oh, yo, what's up, man? Yo, what's going on, bro? Oh, what's up? Cool. Yo, I'm excited to hear your stuff. I actually took a second and listened to a couple of your songs. It's like, oh, word. Yeah. I'm actually performing that song tonight. Yo, now you're going to get to see it live.
Nice.
It's like, yo, like you never know the opportunities that you're going to get if you don't, you know, get yourself into those positions or, you know, set people up to be able to do that.
Yeah, marketing is always like the hard part though. Like, you know, it's because you're trying to sell it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, especially where it's like, obviously art is subjective and whatever, but like you go to a show and like, and then sometimes like, even though like your friends that are going for you know that you're good, sometimes you gotta just sit through a performance. It's kind of like, you know, you're like, what are you going on again? Yeah, you know, like give you that little like.
I've had
you know,
what time you want to get?
And like, you know, like it's just, but you know, it sucks. Is like those people are like they're getting there. You know what I mean? Like they're not bad like perpetually. Like they will eventually get better. You know,
there's just skills lacking.
But yeah, and it's like, but it's they obviously you're not thinking that at the moment. You're out there drinking. You're like you're waiting for your friend to go on. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
Right.
But hopefully it does like become more of like a team effort, because at the end of the day, like like those people are there to watch you perform, and like possibly, you know, like they have that thing where it's like, oh, I was there that one day, you know, like I was when he was performed, or he or they or performed at that spot, you know, like I remember I had that memory. But I don't know, it all depends on like the intention of the show, like, you know, like, or like the intention of the people that are going, because like as an individual it's hard to gauge like what everybody else wants. You know, if they're not vocal about it, or what else they got going on, you know what I mean, besides music, you know.
Right. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah, that's why I just try to just sit back and just relax. Like I like what we had Just for Kicks on a little while back, and he was just like, yo, I'm just like letting things happen. Like I'm not like chasing after stuff. Like I'm just enjoying it. I'm just relaxing, and you know, working on music when I have the time. You know, when it's time to, and doing this and family stuff and whatever. And like more stuff is opened up, and that's what happened with like I shared with you guys. I just like randomly went on the Spotify for artists, and I was like, yo, what the heck? Like Drained hit like within like a week of just like. With no, like, we released Drained, 2021?
Yeah.
December 2021. It was our project him and I did. And I just randomly went on, and I was like, yo, it was like 800 and something streams in like 7 days.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And I was like, I didn't do any promo. And I was just like, what the heck just happened?
You just went out by itself.
That's awesome. Yeah, sometimes you put something out there that like really resonates with people. You know what I mean?
I'm like, yo, is it on like a TikTok? Like, did somebody like put like
maybe,
some
yeah.
weird, drain? I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to go on it because I know you can like see.
Yeah, you can like search it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, but it was like playlist because I looked at like the analytics and it was like other people's playlists, and I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, I think I did that once with like one of my songs, and like what popped up was it was a reel of a guy stepping on Legos, and that like really threw me off. I was like, what did you think about this song
Right.
that hit you in this way?
That
That
you
like
wanted to
even
put
if you
that.
already, even if this is what you already did, like the Lego thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it's like, what did you listen about this song that made you want to be like, this is for this video?
Yeah. You'd
I
be
want to hear the
surprised.
moment,
You'd be surprised what people think, and like people have to take that jump of putting that music out. Like I did a song called, again, this isn't me like tuning my own horn, but just like sharing people like put that stuff out, whatever.
Just an exclusive.
Yeah. I did a song called
Yeah.
I did a song called Moving Out, and then all of a sudden like I put it out, whatever, and then like realtors were putting it up as like whatever, they were showing a house, or somebody was actually moving, and they're like, oh, moving out,
Right.
and I was like, yo, that's crazy. And then like off of like one of my third project, I did a song called Hoodie Season, and now this guy like regularly, because he sells hoodies, puts the song up as the song, and I'm like, yo, it's dope. So like I hit him up and be like, yo, appreciate you like using that song, like it's cool, whatever, that's great, like
That's awesome.
But it's like sometimes you never know, and sometimes you just don't have to do anything. Like just put the song out there.
You just gotta be.
Yeah, I feel that.
That's the importance of being consistent.
Yeah.
You never know when that time's gonna come where maybe your following on Facebook or Instagram or wherever else is gonna skyrocket because of what you didn't know was happening behind the scenes. But once you put that out, because of somebody else latching onto that.
Yeah, it's sometimes like it's nice when people say like I'm always shocked when someone's like, "Oh, dude, I was listening to your stuff." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah,
Like you went on the app and you actually clicked on like,
Right,
hey,
yeah.
like, that's crazy.
Yeah, you have to think it was like 15 years ago.
Yeah, like
Where have you
that's
been?
crazy. One of my favorite times, like someone came up to me to tell me that they like one of my songs was I have a song called Little Black Boy, and Crispy actually saw me perform it once, and I did it with a band. He was there taking pictures.
That's already fine.
Yeah, it was not awesome because it's a rap song, but like when we performed it, it came out more like punk, just because of the style of what we doing.
Yeah.
Dude, this basement probably hold 30 people, 70 people.
It was
I wasn't
nice.
playing, bro.
It was-
It was
Nice.
Yeah, it was shoulder to
Bro,
shoulder.
people were coming down the stairs. That was it.
Yeah,
You
you're
couldn't
standing
get
on the stairs. Yeah.
into the basement until people came out and then the line moved.
Yeah. It's like that house party. That house party that you were
For
part
real,
of.
bro.
Yeah.
For real, dude. That basement hold 30. There was 70.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a good time. It was a good sweaty
It was
time.
wild, bro.
It was a pajama party too. So it was summertime pajama party.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
It was a good time. But one of my favorite memories is that the song is about like when I wrote it is like I think I wrote it around the time the George Floyd murder happened. So like at the time I was like upset, I was angry. It's also like about like certain like negative certain like some Dominicans, like I'm Dominican, some Dominicans have are very anti-black, like they for whatever reason, whether it be like the history with Haiti or something like that,
Right,
like whatever too long to get into it, but it's also about that. So this dude and like a group of like his friends, and they were white, which is important to the story. Like they were just like, "Hey, dude, we're on the way here. We're up on the Little Black Boy, dude. It's fucking awesome." And like, cool. Like if you're enjoying the song, I'm all about it. But like, just the image in my head, like it killed me. Like it made me think of like that Chappelle skit with what's his name? I'm so mad because I'm thinking Tyrone Biggums, but that's the other one. But the other one where like he's obviously a black guy, but like he's been a Klan member for a long time. Clayton Bigsby.
That was like I think that was like the first Chappelle show too.
Oh yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Clayton Bigsby.
And it was like that episode where like he's driving, he can't see him because he's blind. And they're bumping rap music, and it was like, I couldn't. You already called us. Yo, yeah, I
remember that was hilarious.
Yeah, or like white chicks, when
yeah,
you can't say that. It's like nobody's around.
And then they're all like, okay. You're like, oh, geez.
But like I said, at the end of the day, if you're enjoying the music, enjoying the message, I don't care who listens to the song. It's just definitely the image in my head was like, wow, that must have been.
You're like, are they saying?
To witness?
Are they saying every word? I wonder. You never know.
Oh man.
Oh, this has been dope, man. I appreciate you taking the time to come through.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely have to have you back for sure.
Yeah.
Always continue the conversation, whatever, all that fun stuff. Anything you got coming up before we wrap that you can share with the people? Let them know what's coming up.
March 28th is the one I can really think of right now.
That's fair.
It's I'm performing at this I guess is it cool to do like a plug-in? I don't want to.
Yeah. Cool. This is your platform too.
The Instagram account is called Model Peril, and it's like a studio space where you can like you can either do it with a band or just like solo. And you hit up the guy's name is Jeff. You hit him up and you can like use the space to just perform, and it's like a live recording too. So some people like recently they did like a what's it called, like their like tiny desk like submission for it. They like use that space to perform there and stuff like that, and it looks nice. It's like a cool little spot. I haven't been there yet. I just seen like I have friends that also have been there and performed whatever. But I'll be doing that March 28th, so that should be cool. Yeah, I'm trying to get like a band together too, but
that'd be cool.
Like it's working people's schedules is hard. So fingers crossed.
Bands
I bet I'll have a band.
Yeah, bands are always a dope
At least
thing.
a drummer, come on.
Yeah, I know, right? So that way,
drummer
we can work something out.
Yeah.
Mandolin player, all right. I couldn't find anybody else.
Hey, you can, like sometimes it's like the ding, 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 ding. That's all you need.
It changes the whole thing. I'm telling you, add that extra person in there that's doing something that you just didn't expect. You gonna catch some people.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
For sure. Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This has been episode 91. I want to shout out Kayla one more time, our co-host who's not here. But until next time, my name is Jay Faith.
My name is L.Y.F E.
We got
Cyan Sueno.
And we also got, as always, Krispy Pics.
Too crispy.
Too crispy. Haircut is crispy.
And real quick, where can people find you?
Facts.
You can find me on Instagram at The Dream Preferred. You can find me on all streaming platforms. I'm also available for features or anything. Only music, nothing provocative. I feel like it's important to let people know that.
Big facts.
Please, no porn. No porn.
There's a lot of. I'm speaking to the entire internet.
You never know who could hear this.
Yeah, you never know who's listening.
He said he was available. He didn't put any limits on it.
A serial killer is like, I think I need an apprentice.
Right.
I just think I think I listen to right mind.
Because I'm not in my right mind, so you know what? There we go. Yes, perfect.
As I go dumber and cut his head off.
Yeah, exactly.
Some guy's like, yes, that's the one.
Brought you along.
This took like a bad turn, dude.
I think bad karma-wise, good for content.
Right. This is how we're approaching episode 100.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I passed that energy on to you.
Yeah, perfect. Absolutely. Now we are attracting serial killers.
Wait till October.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Serial killers have now reached into our market. So if you're a serial killer, be on the lookout and listen for episode 91 of the Right Mind Wednesdays podcast. We'll catch y'all next time. What's up?